The sources we're diving into today kick off with this really great
Oh,
analogy.
yeah.
Yeah, think about sunlight, right? Just scattered. It's light, sure, but kind of gentle, doesn't do much.
Hmm.
But then you take a magnifying glass, focus those rays onto one single spot.
Right. Suddenly you get intense heat, smoke, maybe fire.
Exactly. And that's the difference they're talking about with our thoughts. Scattered versus focused.
That really nails it, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
difference between just having ideas floating around and, concentrating them with real intent.
Absolutely. And that concentration, that focus, that's what we're digging into today. We're doing a deep dive into this pile of sources you shared, all about focus, concentration, and how we can seriously boost our ability to learn stuff.
Yeah, our mission here is basically to unpack all these ideas from your sources,
Yeah.
figure out what they tell us about using that mental magnifying glass in our own lives.
And seriously, get ready because there's some stuff in here that might genuinely surprise you.
Like what?
Like the real truth about multitasking, are you really doing it? And how simple everyday things might actually be training your brain without you even realizing it. Let's really get into this.
Okay, let's do it. So, starting with that analogy, the sources are pretty clear. Scattered thoughts, scattered sunlight, you get ordinary results, maybe nothing concrete at all.
Right. But when you consciously line up your thoughts, focus them,
Mm.
that's where the power is, the
Yeah.
potential for, extraordinary results.
And it's not just for academics or something. This applies to everyone. Doesn't matter your age, your job, whatever.
Yeah. But the sources are careful too. They say focus isn't everything. You still need determination, hard work.
Of course. But they argue that focus and concentration, they're like the necessary foundation if you really want to excel at anything.
Okay, so if focus is the target, what's the biggest roadblock? What stops us?
Distractions, plain and simple. That constant flood of, sensory stuff hitting us. And while, okay, maybe there's that rare person who thrives with the TV on or whatever, the overwhelming message in this material is most of us concentrate way better with less noise, less input.
So find a quiet spot.
Yeah, ideally. But if you can't, then the skill becomes learning to actively, mentally shut the door on those distractions.
Okay. And the sources get into the why of this, right? The brain science.
They do. They talk about two main attention systems in the brain. First, there's the top-down system.
That's the one you control.
Exactly. Your voluntary focus. You decide what to pay attention to. It's like bringing a blurry photo into sharp focus. You're directing it.
Okay. And the other one?
That's the bottom-up system. This one's more passive, automatic, hardwired, really. It gets triggered instantly by outside stuff that grabs your attention.
Like a loud noise or notification.
Precisely. A loud sound, bright colors, anything your brain flags as potentially important. Could be danger, could be reward, like a siren or, yeah, that phone ping.
And that's the one that breaks our focus.
That's the culprit. And the sources use this great analogy. It's like knocking over a glass of water. Once your focus is broken by that bottom-up trigger,
It takes ages to get back.
it can take a surprising amount of time, yeah. The material says upwards of 25 minutes sometimes to fully regain that deep concentration state.
Wow. 25 minutes.
Yeah. And every time you get pulled away, you use up mental energy resetting. Do that all day.
And you're totally drained by evening. Makes sense.
Exactly. So a big part of the advice is managing these distractions, starting with the external ones.
Okay, practical tips. What's first?
Simple one to start. Just explicitly rule out the things you know will distract you. Make a conscious decision beforehand not to engage.
Like, I am not checking social media for the next hour.
Something like that. Then cut the noise. Literally. Headphones, earplugs, maybe even those noise-canceling ones.
Or figure out what noises actually bother you.
Yeah, the sources even suggest, recording your workspace sounds for a bit to pinpoint your specific noise triggers.
Huh. Digital blinders too, I assume. That's huge these days.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Turn off phone notifications. Silent mode. Vibrate off. Use those focus timers. Shut down email pop-ups. Silence the desk phone.
Because of that 15, 25-minute ramp-up time for concentration.
Exactly. One little ping can just shatter it. So schedule your really demanding work for times you know you can enforce that digital quiet.
Makes sense. What else? Hiding.
Pretty much. Isolate yourself if you can. Physically remove yourself from distracting people unless you actually need to talk to them for the task.
Set up quiet time. Put up a sign.
Yeah, designate quiet work time and space. Use a sign, divert your calls, whatever it takes to create that bubble.
Okay, so that handles the outside stuff. But what about the noise inside your head? The mind wandering. That feels harder.
It is harder, yeah. But the sources say it's definitely possible to manage. The key thing is awareness.
Catching yourself before you drift off.
Exactly. Catching that impulse to think about something else before you actually follow it. Because if you act on it, like you check your email just for a sec.
Then you see a message from a friend and you're gone.
Right. You reinforce that habit, that loop. So the goal is to interrupt it before it takes hold. Stop the habit from forming.
And meditation comes up here, right? As a tool.
It does. The sources point to studies suggesting regular meditation can actually build up the brain tissue linked to attention control.
Wow.
Yeah. And the basic practice, just focusing on your breath, noticing thoughts without getting swept away, that's the core skill you need to stop that mind wandering. Even just that basic step is apparently super helpful.
Okay. Speaking of things pulling our attention, multitasking. Let's talk about that myth.
Yeah, this is fascinating. The term itself, multitasking, it comes from computer science, right? Where it means different programs running genuinely simultaneously.
That's not what we do.
Nope. The sources are really clear on this. It's a total misconception when applied to humans. What we call multitasking is actually just rapid task shifting.
Switching back and forth really fast.
Super fast, like animation frames, you know? It looks smooth, but it's just separate images shown quickly. Our brain isn't doing two complex things at once. It's flicking its attention between them.
And this costs us.
Big time. According to the sources, it makes your work about 50% worse. And takes 50% longer.
Whoa. Worse and longer.
Yeah. It's described as just physiologically impossible for our brains to truly engage in two demanding things simultaneously.
And there's a brain process for this switching.
Apparently, yeah. They break it down. Phase 1, a signal goes to the brain's sort of attention switchboard. Phase 2, find and execute the new task commands. Phase 3, disengage from the old task.
And this happens super quick, like a tenth of a second.
Incredibly fast, yes. But it's still a distinct switch, not doing both at once.
Okay. And the risks. Obviously, bad work is one thing.
Right. In the office, maybe it just means sloppy work or taking longer. Annoying, but maybe not critical.
But outside works.
Yeah. The stakes go up. Minor mishaps, like messing up your coffee while on the phone. But also potentially life-threatening stuff. Texting and driving is the classic example.
Even if you're glancing up.
Even then. It's still rapid task shifting, and in high-risk situations, the sources call it unreliable, impractical, and potentially deadly.
So the alternative isn't juggling better, it's not juggling.
Pretty much. Prioritize, sequence, acknowledge tasks need to be done separately.
Focus on one thing. Minimize the shifts.
Exactly. And they admit breaking that multitasking habit is hard at first. It can actually shorten your attention span initially.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But sticking with single tasking over time builds that focus muscle back up. And they really stress writing down your priorities. Just trying to keep it all in your head makes it too easy to slip back into switching.
Got it. Okay, so we know distractions and fake multitasking kill focus. How do we actively build it? What's the playbook?
Right. The core idea they introduce is thinking of your mind, your attention, like a muscle.
An attention muscle. I like that.
Yeah. And just like your biceps, it needs regular use, rest, and specific training to get stronger. When your mind starts to wander or things get tough, you have to consciously dig in deeper. Resist that urge to switch away.
And they have that acronym, right? FOCUS.
They do. Let's break it down. F is for 5 more.
Okay.
When you feel like stopping, you're frustrated, mentally tired, just commit to doing 5 more minutes, 5 more pages, 5 more lines of code, whatever it is.
Like athletes pushing through exhaustion.
Exactly the same principle.
Yeah.
They use it for physical endurance, use it for mental concentration, push through that urge to quit or switch.
Okay.
O is for one think at a time. Stop letting your mind juggle worries or future tasks while you're trying to work now.
Easier said than done sometimes.
For sure. They offer this kind of cute Godfather plan. You make a deal with your brain. Okay, brain, we are focusing only on this presentation for the next 30 minutes. You can worry about the credit card bill at 5 p.m. You set a time limit for the worry.
Okay. And writing stuff down helps here too.
Absolutely. If your brain keeps throwing reminders at you, write them on a to-do list. It's not just about planning. It's about getting it out of your working memory, freeing up space to focus.
Makes sense.
C is conquer procrastination. When you feel yourself putting something off, ask yourself 3 direct questions.
I'll try.
1, do I really have to do this? 2, should I just get it done now so it's off my mind? And 3, will it honestly be any easier if I wait?
Forces you to confront it.
Exactly. Makes you think it through, face the task. Often you realize just doing it is less effort than avoiding it.
Okay. And U
U is use your hands as blinkers. This is super simple. Physical.
Like this. Mimics cupping hands.
Yeah. When you're reading or looking closely at something, cup your hands around your face slightly, creates tunnel vision, blocks out peripheral visual distractions.
Cool. So that's FOCUS. Any other big tips?
Definitely. Prioritize your tasks. Figure out what's most important. Focus on that one first. Mentally set the others aside for now.
Build up willpower. They mentioned this isn't fixed. You can train it.
Right. And they suggest simple things like using your non-dominant hand for everyday tasks, brushing your teeth with your left hand if you're right-handed, for example.
How does that help focus?
The effort involved, the conscious control it requires, apparently strengthens the same brain areas used for focused attention and resisting impulses.
Interesting. Okay. What if you get stuck? Lose focus or run out of ideas?
Get round roadblocks. Don't just give up. Plan on paper, brainstorm by writing things down. The physical act of writing keeps you engaged, helps maintain focus.
And finally, be patient. This one sounds important.
Very. They suggest taking a few minutes just to sit and think about the work before diving in. You'll probably feel that itch to do something else.
Check your phone, get coffee.
Exactly. But if you just sit with it, resist that urge patiently, they say that initial resistance fades, and you'll often find yourself sliding into workflow more naturally.
Huh. Okay. There's a really key insight here too, isn't there? About why we focus.
Yes. This is crucial. Concentration isn't presented as just some innate talent or tied directly to IQ. It's driven fundamentally by interest, your attitude towards the subject.
So if you can get interested in it, focusing gets easier.
Significantly easier. Finding that hook, that genuine interest, is key.
And remembering that we're all different. What works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly. The mind's complex. You got to experiment, find your best strategies for building that attention muscle.
Right. So building focus is one thing. What about actually learning better?
Yeah.
Boosting that capacity?
Yeah, the sources cover this well too. The main idea: memory isn't fixed. You can improve it with practice and good habits.
Short-term, long-term memory.
Right. Short-term holds, what, maybe 7 bits of info? Long-term is vast. And since memory lives in the brain.
Improving brain health improves memory. Makes sense.
Exactly. Physical exercise, brain-stimulating stuff like puzzles. Also, stress and diet play a big role in your brain's ability to focus for learning.
And supplements aren't a magic bullet.
Nope. No substitute for the basics, especially sleep. That comes up again and again.
Okay, so what are some effective learning methods from the sources?
First, keep learning. Just keep stimulating the brain. It's like exercise for your learning muscles.
And pruning idea.
Yeah, exactly. Learning new things, like a language, actually increases your brain's overall capacity to learn and retain more stuff.
Use a multi-pronged approach. Don't just read.
Right. Engage different parts of your brain. Read it, write it, listen to it, visualize it, talk about it. Builds a much richer understanding than just, cramming facts.
And teaching it to someone else. That's powerful.
One of the best, apparently. It forces you to organize everything coherently. You really solidify it in your own head when you have to explain it clearly.
Relate and learn. Connect tricky stuff to something easier.
Yeah. Abstract concept. Link it to a vivid picture, a song, a number pattern. The brain stores them together, makes the hard stuff easier to pull back up later. Really good for subtle scientific ideas, they say.
Makes sense. And get hands-on. Don't just read, do.
Absolutely. Practice the language, do the experiment, apply the theory. It locks it in way better than just passive reading. Frees up brain space for new learning, too.
What about looking things up? Is that cheating your memory?
Not at all. Refer rather than remember all the time. If you forget something, looking it up quickly isn't failure. It actually reinforces the memory trace when you retrieve it that way.
Okay, good to know. Test yourself regularly.
Yep, active recall. Quizzing yourself improves clarity and makes you better at retrieving information when you actually need it, like practicing for the real thing.
And again, no multitasking for learning.
Explicitly. The sources cite studies showing it hurts learning capacity. Focus on one subject, get clarity, better retention, better recall later. Simple as that.
Okay, then there are more specific techniques, like elaborative interrogation.
Yeah.
Asking why.
Yeah, instead of just, what is this? Ask, why does this exist? Or why does it work this way? Understanding the logic helps it stick longer than just memorizing the fact. Though you might need some background knowledge first to really get the why.
Distributed practice. Spacing out study sessions.
Crucial for long-term memory. Don't cram. Study a topic maybe monthly, not just the night before an exam. The longer you want to remember it, the more you space out the practice.
Self-explanation. Talking it through to yourself.
Right after you learn it, yeah. Explain it out loud. Helps you lock it in and instantly spots where you're fuzzy. Avoids that, I thought I knew this feeling later.
Summarizing in your own words. Good check for understanding.
Totally. You can't summarize what you don't understand. Plus, those notes are great for quick revision later.
Highlighting. Good or bad.
Can be good, if done carefully. After you understand the main points, mark only the essentials. Random highlighting. Pretty useless, the sources say. Just makes a colorful page.
Creating mock tests. Good for practice and finding weak spots.
Yeah, overcomes exam nerves too. Actively recalling answers for a mock test really cements them in your memory.
Making up keywords or mnemonics. Like ROYGBV.
Exactly. Or that planet mnemonic. My very elegant mother. Makes learning fun, creative, easier to recall. Creates mental hooks.
Associating images. Visualizing concepts.
Like creating little mental movies. Picture the physics experiment, the historical event. Vivid images stick way better than just abstract text.
Rereading. Simple but effective.
Surprisingly so, but it's how you reread. It's like active listening versus just hearing. Rereading soon after the first pass can really boost understanding and retention.
In relief practice. Mixing things up.
Yeah, instead of doing blocks of the same type of math problem, mix different types together. Feels harder initially, might even confuse you if done badly, but apparently it really improves long-term retention and your ability to apply knowledge flexibly.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of great techniques. But underlying all this, well-being matters.
Right, hugely. These techniques don't work in a vacuum. Your overall state impacts how well you can focus and learn.
And managing worry comes up as a big one.
Definitely. They define worrying as basically negative mental rehearsals for threats that often aren't even real or logical.
And that stress hurts concentration.
Directly. Dwelling on what-ifs eats up mental bandwidth you could be using for actual work or problem solving.
Plus the physical side. Cortisol.
Right. Chronic worry releases cortisol, which messes with your immune system, slows physical recovery. They even mention athletes avoid it because it hinders muscle repair.
So how do you stop?
Yeah.
Stop worrying.
If only. It takes conscious effort. Scrutinize your worries. Filter out the baseless ones. Actively tell yourself, this is a waste of time. It's hurting my focus.
Or make them work for you.
Yeah. Assess if a worry is rational or irrational. If it's rational, okay, evaluate it, maybe act on it. If it's irrational, consciously dismiss it.
Physical fitness too. Healthy body, sharp mind.
Simple truth. And they touch on that modern issue. Tech makes life easy. We move less.
Leading to problems like obesity. Evolving inversely to tech, as they put it.
Yeah, which makes regular exercise even more critical for both physical health and mental capacity.
And then there's that interesting suggestion. Try martial arts.
Yeah, as a way to combine physical activity with intense mental training. Focus is central to so many disciplines.
Through repetition. Drills.
Countless repetitive drills build dedication. You have to focus to avoid boredom, perfect the movement. Ranking systems encourage focused progression.
Sparring demands focus too, right? Under pressure.
Absolutely. Controlling power, reading opponents, staying calm. Practitioners often gain calmness, better awareness overall.
And different styles emphasize different aspects of focus.
Right. Aikido on redirecting force, peaceful resolution requires extreme focus. Karate uses repetition to tune out distractions, harmonize movement. Muay Thai, being so intense, demands incredible will and focus just to endure the training, let alone fight. Tai Chi is like moving meditation, intense focus on breath, flow, coordination.
So pick one that fits your style and focus goals.
And your tolerance for pain or a need for patience, but yeah, find what works for you.
And there's that mindset piece. Try not to show off.
Yes, the pacifist mindset. Skill brings responsibility, great power, and all that. The Lincoln quote about testing character with power.
Right.
Most disciplines teach avoiding fights first. The focus and discipline can help you end conflict before it starts. It's about self-improvement, not just fighting.
Okay. And then back to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Rest and sleep. Absolutely crucial.
Foundational. The sources really hit hard on modern sleep deprivation, blaming screens, internet, games.
And the impact isn't just feeling tired.
No, it's deeper. Detrimental to health, makes you cranky, disoriented, directly sabotages focus and learning. They're blunt. A healthy sleep habit is imperative, no substitutes.
Messing with your biological clock.
Yeah, erratic schedules throw it off, leave you feeling constantly irritable and foggy, makes sustained focus almost impossible.
So the advice is a regular pattern. Same bedtime, same wake-up time.
As much as possible, yes, even on weekends. Takes time to reset, but sticking with it recalibrates your clock, leads to better health, energy, mental clarity, efficiency.
Even if work makes it hard.
They acknowledge that, but frame it as a choice. Prioritize long-term health and focus, or sacrifice it for, nonsensical games or websites.
Fair point. Lastly, getting a hobby. How does that fit in?
It provides purpose outside work, helps avoid stagnation, builds identity, keeps you mentally active in a different way.
Like an investment in yourself.
Exactly. The time and dedication bring pride, fulfillment, and they mention all sorts creative ones, maybe even profitable ones like music, crafts, blogging, baking.
But balance is key here too.
Oh, yeah. Crucial caveat. Too much time on the hobby, neglecting responsibilities or basic needs like sleep. That defeats the whole purpose of boosting well-being. It's about healthy engagement, specialization, not obsession.
Wow, okay. We have really covered a lot of ground here, digging through these sources, understanding focus, battling distractions, the whole multitasking myth,
Right, then the practical strategies like FOCUS, building willpower, tons of learning techniques.
and grounding it all in well-being, managing worry, exercise, sleep, even hobbies and martial arts.
And the big takeaway, the conclusion from the sources is really clear, isn't it? Improving focus, concentration. It's a skill. It takes practice.
Weeks, maybe months of consistent effort.
But perseverance pays off. Applying these principles leads to real, significant gains in your ability to concentrate and learn effectively.
There's that final quote they use from Rudyard Kipling. It really sticks with you. He said, "I would go without shirt or shoes sooner than lose for a minute the two separate sides of my head."
Wow. Think about that. The value he placed on his focus, his mental control, it's immense.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What
That
could you achieve in your job, your field, your life?
If you made mastering focus and concentration a real priority.
What is your magnifying glass?